Weeks after Imperial concubine Wang's fall, the kingdom of Ji buzzed with excitement for the 5-year grand event. The event took place on Misty Peak, a mountain spanning the border between Ji and Chu, teeming with mythical beasts and ancient treasures. The prize? The Qianquan bag, a legendary artifact said to contain a pocket dimension where the owner could control anyone weaker than them. Dominic, now fully reinstated as crown prince, prepared to compete, but Natalie insisted on joining too, much to his amusement. "You're a healer, not a warrior," he teased as they packed supplies. Natalie smirked, tucking her acupuncture needles and a vial of sleeping powder into her belt. Who said healing can't be strategic? Besides, someone needs to keep you from getting too noble and getting yourself killed. The morning of the event, they joined crowds of competitors, armored warriors, cloaked sorcerers, and even a few familiar faces, including Osborne, the mysterious herbalist Natalie had met earlier, who gave her a knowing nod. But her heart skipped a beat when she saw a delegation from Chu, led by a tall, brooding man with eyes that pierced like ice, Aubrey, the king of Chu. The first trial began at dawn. Contestants had to navigate a dense forest filled with shadow panthers, creatures that hunted by sound. Natalie and Dominic moved silently, but a careless competitor's scream drew a panther to them. Dominic drew his sword, but Natalie threw sleeping powder into the beast's eyes, stunning it. "Told you healing tools work," she grinned, dragging him to safety. The second trial tested wit, a labyrinth of stone corridors where each wrong turn released poisonous gas. Natalie noticed symbols etched on the walls, ancient G script that marked safe paths. "You've been studying our history?" Dominic asked, impressed. "Janine forced me to read scrolls while you were busy being princely," she lied. The truth was the former queen's memories had subtly surfaced, guiding her. The final trial was the Summit Challenge: retrieve a phoenix feather from the nest of a giant, fire-breathing bird. At the peak, they found not just the bird, but Aubrey, already locked in combat with it. His sword was swift, but the bird's flames were faster. He was badly burned. "Help him," Natalie ordered, rushing forward. Dominic hesitated. Aubrey had been a rival in diplomatic matters, but obeyed, distracting the bird while Natalie treated Aubrey's wounds with a healing salve. "You saved me," Aubrey muttered, shocked. "Why?" "I was ready to take the Qianquan bag for Chu." Natalie shrugged. "I don't let people die, even kings who make bad choices." Their eyes met, and Aubrey looked away, guilt flashing. He recognized her as the woman he'd wronged in Chu, though he didn't know she now carried the former Chu queen's soul. With the phoenix feather in hand, the final contestants gathered at the summit. The Qianquan bag floated above a stone altar, guarded by a hologram of Ji's first king. "To claim the bag, you must prove you seek power not for greed, but for duty," boomed the hologram. Aubrey stepped forward first. "I seek it to protect you from invaders," he lied. His real goal was to undo past regrets. The hologram flickered red, deceit detected. Dominic went next. "I seek it to unite the kingdoms in peace," he said honestly. The hologram glowed gold, but before he could take the bag, Natalie grabbed his arm. "Wait, what if the bag tests more than words? What if it shows your deepest desire?" She was right. When Dominic touched the bag, a vision appeared, him crowned as king, with Natalie by his side as queen. He pulled back, blushing. "That's not what I expected." Natalie rolled her eyes, though her heart raced. "Stop being shy. Let's do this together." She placed her hand over his on the bag. Instantly, they saw her vision, a world where she wasn't just a traveler, but a bridge between kingdoms, using her skills to heal divides. The bag hummed, accepting them as joint owners. Back in Ji's capital, the king declared Dominic the victor, though the crowd whispered about the mysterious healer who'd helped him. Aubrey, defeated but grateful, returned to Chu with a new resolve: to rule with mercy, not fear, and to let Natalie go. He knew her heart belonged to Dominic, even if she hadn't admitted it yet. That night, Dominic took Natalie to a moonlit garden. "The vision in the bag, was that real for you?" he asked, nervous. Natalie smiled, teasing him. Which part? The crown or the queen part? She grew serious. I don't know if I belong in palaces, Dominic. I'm a wanderer at heart. He nodded, though sadness flickered in his eyes. I understand, but G will always be your home. And I will always wait for you. To his surprise, she laughed. Who said I'm leaving? I need to make sure you don't turn into a stuffy king who forgets how to have fun. Plus, I want to open a chain of lanky pavilion tea houses here, and maybe a hot pot restaurant. Dominic laughed too, pulling her into a hug. You never cease to surprise me, Natalie. Months later, the former queen's spirit appeared to Natalie one last time, her form glowing softly. My obsessiveness is finally gone. The jade pendant you wear was a gift from my mother. It holds no magic, just memories. Keep it, and remember that you're stronger than you think. With that, she vanished, leaving Natalie at peace with her dual past. Aubrey, back in Chu, stared at a map of G, a small smile on his face. Find your happiness, Natalie, he murmured. Chu will thrive without you, but I'll never forget the queen who taught me what mercy means. Janine, ever the loyal maid, became the manager of Natalie's new tea house, while Liam joined Dominic's guard, finally getting the respect he'd earned. The Qianquan bag was stored in G's treasury, used only for emergencies, with Natalie and Dominic as its joint keepers. As for Natalie, she found her place not as a queen, but as a trusted friend, healer, and adventurer. She traveled between kingdoms, healing the sick, solving mysteries, and yes, eating hot pot wherever she went. Dominic visited her often, sometimes as a prince, sometimes as a fellow traveler, and they both knew their story was far from over. After all, in a world of magic and politics, there was always a new challenge, a new adventure, and a new chance to choose love over power. And so, the tale of Natalie, the healer who outwitted queens and kings, ended not with a crown, but with a promise that wherever life took her, she'd always follow her heart, brave, kind, and unapologetically herself.